Hey guys, I'm Bristol Chewy Side, and we're back with a track guide here at Richmond. And I know I skipped Bristol, but that was for the same reason why I skipped Martinsville, because, well, I sucked there. Didn't want to harm nobody's laps, so just skipped it. Even though I've been getting heckling from some guy who, apparently he wanted a track guide that week, but whatever. Let's just say he knows who he is, and he knows he wouldn't get out of a car for a 24-hour race when somebody told him to. But anyways, moving on. No keys to the race card this week because, well, I don't have time, so I'll just say them. Number 1, tires. 2, hit your marks, don't miss the corner. If you do, you'll lose a lot of time until you get rubber down. Number 3, it's a short track. Don't lose your freaking mind. It'll probably drive you insane because it's a short track. Anyways, let's get to the lap. Alright, here we are about to take our lap. Everything's fixed. Alright, I'll just say this now. The setup for NIS fixed is different than the setup for A fixed. Don't know why. That's just the way iRacing did it. Don't know why. Everything's default except for brake bias. Went down to my usual 63. Actually, I think it might have been 62. Somewhere in that range. So yeah. Let's get to the lap. Alright, so there we have it for a 20.8. Not the fastest, so here we go into 1. Which I think is the hardest corner at this track. Alright, now I don't know where to give a basic guideline of where to brake because there's really nothing to go off of here going into the corner. So what I did was I let it hit the limiter or get really close, and that's where I'm getting on the brakes. You can see my RPM get really high, and that's where I top out was like 49 or 95, 94, 98. And that's where I'm getting on the brakes, about 40%. And you want to drive this down to the corner, and the car gets really weird. If you drive it in too early, you'll just over-rotate and you won't get nowhere. You turn in too late, it won't turn at all. So there's a very fine line. But as I'm turning down more and more, I'm letting off the brake more and more. You can see it. Until I get a rolling motion. Once I feel like the front end's planted and ready to turn, I let off the brake. Get it down to the yellow line, and about right there, you're going to pick up the gas. Now, me, I got a little bit too much of it, so I had to lift just a hair. But, yeah. Once the banking goes away, that's where the car gets really sideways out of 2, but whatever. Going into 3, similar situation. Now what I'm doing is I'm using the lights. You see how there's a shadow here, then a light, then shadow. I'm braking like in between this. So pretty much where I'm circling is where I'm getting on the brakes. And we're taking a little bit more of a straight entry into the corner. Using about 45-50% of the brake. And again, letting off as I'm turning down. You're going from banking or no banking to some banking, and that's where it gets the front end to turn, and here should roll. Roll all the way to the bottom, but it, keep its way down there. And once you feel satisfied with this turn in and, power down and all that, your grip, just get back on the gas and power out. The car gets really loose if you overdrive it on exit. I'm just saying that right now. I mean, it gets really out of control for no reason. Alright, that's it. I totally forgot to turn off that effect that you kind of see, where the borders are all a little bit blurred. Anyways, that was just my mistake. I'm going to leave it, and we'll be back next week. Or probably not, because I think it's a plate track, and I'm terrible there, so yeah. It's a Bristol Chewy Side.